What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, do me a real quick favor. See that red subscribe button down below? Go ahead and push that and show your support for the channel. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. Glad you came to see me. So, there's a little bit of backstory behind this. We'll get into it here in just a little bit, but today we're reviewing Ovation for Men. Stay tuned. Ovation for Men by Shawn Crenshaw. So I'll actually put that picture right here. I actually met Shawn at Scent Explorer last November, and I actually got to smell batch number 2, because this is batch number 3 of Ovation for Men. And he had told me, look, I'm going to be making a much larger order. When that comes in, I'm going to be sending out bottles to reviewers, and I'm definitely going to have you on the list. Well, we kept in touch over the last few months on Instagram, and when the time came and he got his 1,000 bottle order, bottles started going out, and I got one. And here we are. And I'll tell you what, it's definitely got an old school meets modern type of vibe. There's no specific classification on it, so I kind of came up with my own. So let's jump right into the presentation. So first and foremost on the box, it is kind of a more basic, plain white box. All the detailing on the front, 50 ml. It is an eau de parfum concentration. Nothing on the sides. On the top, bottom's got your batch code information. And then on the other side, the mantra for the brand, every man deserves an ovation. Love that, really do. And then on the bottle, it's not some exquisite, crazy mold-breaking design. It is a thick base glass. It's got this rectangular shape, batch code information on the bottom. Doesn't click into place, but holds snugly into place. And then the atomizer, very wide mist. Presentation, like I said, it's not breaking any molds. It's very to the point, has a classic look to it. So on the presentation, I'm going to go with a 7.5 out of 10. Now, on the scent, like I said, this is the third batch. The bottle design changed for all 3 batches. I know Joe sent me has batch number 2. He did a comparison video between batch 2, or he's working on it anyways, batch 2 and batch 3. And then the notes in this one, I'll go ahead and put right there. So you'll notice it says aqua. I'm assuming that's watery notes. I don't really get a watery vibe to it as much as in the opening. I do get a blast of citrus for sure. This has a heavy blast of citrus. It's very refreshing, and it has an aromatic quality. Even though lavender is not listed in the notes, it's very, very aromatic in the first hour, I would say. Then once that transition hits, it's a thick and lightly dirty creaminess. Now hold on, when I say dirty creaminess, I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean that patchouli really comes out with that cashmere wood, and it's just, it gets very, very thick and creamy, but like a darker creaminess. That's the best way I can describe it. It's a darker, thick, creamy smell, and I know that's attributing to the patchouli because it's very simplistic note breakdown in this fragrance. And then the wood, from the cashmere wood really starts to come out, and the lemon is the only citrus that I find to my nose on my skin that still holds for a little while. The bergamot and the watery notes, which I'm assuming is the aqua, burn off after about 20 or so minutes, and the lemon hangs around for a little while longer. I would say in the hour and a half mark. And then once you get to that dry down, it's really patchouli and cashmere wood at that point. It's relatively linear after the opening. What you're getting in the transition is just about what you're going to get all the way through the rest of the life of the fragrance. It's got a very classy, excuse me, a very classy vibe to it. Like I said, it's going to give you that vintage barbershop kind of feel to it with a more modern twist with the creaminess. It's very patchouli heavy. The Indian patchouli in this one's done very well. If you like a patchouli fragrance, you'll definitely like this one. Now, as far as that classification, like I was saying, I come up with citrus aromatic because there's no classifications listed other than aromatic on the website, but I find it's a citrus aromatic because there's a very heavy dose of citruses early on in the lifespan of this fragrance. And it's not, like I said, just like with the bottle, it's not breaking any molds. It's not the most unique scent ever, but it does have its own twist with a simplistic note breakdown. It's a very pleasant smell, very beautiful. I love what he's done here. The quality is great on the scent. I'm going to go with a 7.5 out of 10 for scent. It definitely is an above average fragrance. Is it perfect? No, but not by any means. And it's going to remind you of a few other things when you smell it. You might not be able to pinpoint what it is, such as myself, but it's going to remind you of a few things. And it's definitely got a classy vibe to it. Now, longevity. I did get about 7 hours until it became a skin scent. It's not the craziest longevity. Now, once it became a skin scent, it stayed on my skin for another 2 hours. It was 9 hours total. But I stopped clocking when it becomes a skin scent. It's really, really close, and I got to really get up on my skin to smell it. So for that, that's going to be a 7.5 out of 10 as well. Projection is on the moderate to heavy side for the first hour and a half to 2 hours. You're going to find it's arm's length for a solid hour, and then about another half hour to hour you're still getting almost arm's length. So you have a really strong scent trail following beyond. I would say right in this area is where your little scent bubble is going to be for several hours beyond that first 2 hours of where your projection's heaviest. And for that, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Overall, Ovation for Men batch number 3 from Shawn Crenshaw is definitely a 7.5 out of 10 fragrance. It was 7.5s across the board. It was 7.5 overall. I did not check pricing. I will link the website. I believe it's $85. I will link the website in the description below. I don't get any kickbacks or anything like that. This was all, I mean, like I said in the beginning, this was sent out for review, but this opinion was my own. Like I said, it's not a mold breaking fragrance, but it's a very good fragrance, and it's a very solid effort done by Shawn and his partners. I love the mantra behind everything, with every man deserves an ovation. And I will tell you, in regards to this fragrance and the motto, I'm with it, because no matter what profession, situation, or circumstance, at some point, every man does deserve an ovation. So kudos for that, Shawn. I do appreciate you sending out this fragrance to me. I do thoroughly enjoy it. It will be in the rotation, probably on a weekly basis, because it's very classy and it does fit my profession, my professional attire very well. This is definitely night out, business professional. I would say the more mature crowd. I can't see any 20, 22-year-old guys really enjoying this. There are some, but I would say 25 plus, even 30 plus is really going to enjoy this. Small independent brand, really cool cat, great mantra, great motto, great product. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried Ovation for Men? I got to tell you, I don't know if you can get a sample, but this is one worth getting your nose on for sure. If you're looking for something different that's independent and you want to support an independent brand, I can tell you firsthand, the man that's the face of this brand, good people. And like I said, I'll link the website below. You can go to Ovation for Men's Instagram page as well as Shawn Crenshaw's Instagram page. Great people making great products. How could you not want to do business with people like that? And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on Ovation for Men, you give it a spray now, there's a really good chance you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.